Hi, my name is Melina, and I'm an intuitive health coach. I want to talk to you today about ascension symptoms. You can call it whatever you want, but I'm talking about the energetics that we are all being bathed in at this time. We are coming into all these different waves of intensity, this cosmic intensity that is coming into our bodies and into our systems. And these things that we feel as a result can be pretty uncomfortable and probably scary at times if we don't know exactly what's going on. So the chances are you're one of those people who's been feeling these things, who's been feeling these symptoms or these effects on your body, in your body, around your body. And some of the things I'm talking about are things like exhaustion, and I'm not talking about, okay, yeah, we have busy lives, some of us run ourselves ragged, and that's a whole other situation that we need to address, right? But I'm talking about just exhaustion that kind of comes out of nowhere, and your body's really calling you to rest. Exhaustion that you're not used to having. And chances are, too, that that's not the only thing you're dealing with. Things like aches and pains and really tough and areas that you feel more tense muscles. For me, that can be in my back, my shoulders, but like more tension on particular days, and with no particular reason that logically of. These are a couple of the things, but really there's so many symptoms that we can address and talk about. I mean, we're talking about ringing in ears. These are other things. Disorientation, like a loss of identity, being more sensitive emotionally, but also when it comes to external stimuli and being overly stimulated easily, heart palpitations, tingling and vibrations felt in your body, especially your feet. So, there's many more that I could address and refer to and talk about, but that's just a taste of a lot of the things that many of us are feeling, that many of us are experiencing during this year. This year, I call 2020 the Great Awakening, because obviously there's a lot of transition and transformation we're all involved in at this time. Whether we want to be or think we want to be or not, we are a part of this process. And as such, these energetics are working to evolve us, helping us to expand and heal and grow on all levels. And sometimes that's not very comfortable. But what is helpful is when you're able to know what's going on and have a better picture of what's going on so that it's not so scary, so that you're able to take those extra measures and really care for yourself. I mean, self-care has never been as important as it is right now. We're talking about things like taking that time out to rest, really nourishing your body with healing foods and hydrating plenty with coconut water, living water, putting lemon in your water every time you drink water, making sure it's clean and filtered, eating plenty of fruits and vegetables and potatoes. Yes, potatoes. Don't be afraid of potatoes. They're grounding. Speaking of grounding is another amazing thing that you can do for your entire system. And we're talking about even if you just want to go stand outside in your bare feet in the grass, in the ground, on the ground, wherever outside, you can do that passively. You can lay on the ground. You can ground if you're on the 20th story of a high-rise by imagining yourself as a ginormous tree that has roots that grows all the way down into the core of the earth and has a root ball system as big as the earth. You can imagine yourself as this huge tree with immense stability and strength, with the roots that grow down into the ground. And then the same kind of thing going up and out as a ginormous canopy that goes up and out and into the heavens and goes around these tree limbs that go around the entire globe. These are the kinds of things that you imagine. There's so many ways to ground, really, but this is one really, really essential piece to maintaining some amount of stability and some amount of capacity to navigate these waters that we're all swimming in right now. But there's many who aren't really swimming so much as trying to keep their head above water or feel like they're even drowning maybe. And this is something that's really not unusual at this time. And I don't want people to feel like they're alone and that there's something wrong with them. I think it's really important for people to realize that that we really are in an amazing time of that we haven't experienced before as humanity, as a people on this planet. And when we recognize that, and we really are willing to be curious about what we're going through, but also even excited maybe, then the whole experience can change. It doesn't have to be so scary. But I do realize, and this is one really big piece, that if your physical body isn't in a great place already, that these changes can really hit it much harder. You can feel it in your entire system, especially your nervous system. It can really get knocked over by these new energetics that we're all being bathed in at this time. So it's really important to do that work and heal your body right now. These things that you may have put off for some time and decided, I can't do that, or I don't have the time or money, I'll do that at a later time. We can't do that anymore. We're being asked to really invest in ourselves like never before. There's no more putting things off, putting it off into a later date, because that time has come, it's now. And so I'm asking you to really step up and take care of yourself. And sometimes that might mean really diving into some deep physical healing. And this is a huge piece as to why I believe I'm here. One of the pieces that I help people heal with, is their physical body. Realizing that we are holistic beings, so there isn't just, we heal the physical body and then we tend to this and then we tend to that. That's part of why I think so many of us are out of balance, is we're not looking at all the pieces. And the physical body really gets overlooked. So I help people reclaim their sovereignty, reclaim that holistic freedom, that holistic dimension of really being well, which is really what we're being asked to do right now. This is something that I help people do, especially if you're dealing with chronic illness or these crazy symptoms. These symptoms can be exacerbated if you are not in good physical health. So, if you have a lot of toxicity in the body, if you have autoimmune conditions, these are all related to underlying similar conditions ultimately, which is toxicity in the body of different forms. There's so many things that we could talk about here, but really wanting to work on cleaning up the body, cleaning up the whole system. Because when the whole system's cleaned up, this process of purification that we're all in the midst of becomes smoother. It doesn't have to be something that knocks you over completely. It doesn't have to be so scary. And so that's what I'm here to help with. If you're scared and you don't know what's going on in your body, please reach out to me. I'm here to offer you comfort, information, knowledge, and share my wisdom and understanding, because I've gone through my own incredible journey to get to where I am today so that I can be of service to people like you. I thank you for watching, and I hope this has been helpful to you, and I hope this has been comforting and reassuring. If you're interested in working one-on-one with me, please visit thedivineiswithincoaching.com to schedule a complimentary consult.